Jewel, welcome. We're excited to be with you and your family for sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, Jewel, I just want to say congratulations before the senator takes over. It's great that your family could be here today, that we could be with the senator to recognize you, and some of our staff who probably got a few minutes off today from working and teaching in this crazy world that we've been in the last month or so. I'll kind of turn it over to Mr. Beatty. Mr. Beatty coordinated the meeting and did a good job with that in a short period of time. So I'll let Mr. Beatty introduce his staff, and we'll go from there.
Great.
Well, Senator, I want to say thank you for the opportunity to recognize our students. And when I received notification from your office trying to pick a student and the credential or the criteria that was associated with it being an Akshar All-Star, when I went to the teachers individually, there was one name that came out unanimously, and there was little and no debate as to who kind of stood out from the herd. Jewel's name and her personality and who she is really met the criteria that I'm sure you'll talk about in a minute. But she was a unanimous choice. I will introduce the teachers. Miss St. John is our math teacher in 5th grade. Miss Hans teaches reading, and Miss Massey teaches all the 5th graders writing. So these are the teachers that work with Jewel on a daily basis. So thank you.
Of course. Why don't I turn it over to the teachers just so you could offer your perspective, and then Jewel, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the program and how we arrived here. If you'll indulge us all for a little bit, it's kind of a special time for all of us because you, in fact, are so special and you've been chosen. So, Ms. Hans, do you want to start?
I would love to. Jewel is kind of one of those kids who's a genuine leader. And it's in all of the little things every day that some kids at her age just kind of overlook. And I say she's a leader because she is a true advocate for other people. And, not every kid maybe has the courage to speak up for other kids, but she does. She kind of always puts herself last. She's always putting other kids before herself. I also think that she's the kind of kid that goes above and beyond in her schoolwork, very conscientious. And to try to balance all of those things is a lot for a kid her age. So she does a lot of things really well. She's one of those kids that you hope someday becomes a teacher or a leader because she is just such a great kid with a great heart.
Thanks for that. That's great. Ms. Massey?
Yeah, I would love to piggyback on that. So during writing, Jewel is a strong writer. And, there's been countless times where I've been across the room working with a group, and I'll just see from the corner of my eye, Jewel helping somebody around her who needed it. I didn't ask her to do that, but she has that empathy where she wants those around her to do well. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen that. So when Mr. Beatty brought this question up instantly, I'm like, that's Jewel. She goes above and beyond, and she takes those steps. She's got the initiative. She just do it on her own without having a teacher to ask her or prompt her to help others. So it was
very cool.
Easy pick.
Yeah, sounds like it. Ms. St. John?
I think I can speak for all of us when I say that teaching Jewel is a privilege. It's a sincere privilege to work with a kid like that. She not only helps other kids learn and holds her own learning, very important, but she also teaches us a lot. Everyone who comes in contact with her learns a little bit more about what it means to be a good person, what it means to care for others. So her compassion really shines through in my eyes.
Very, very cool. Jewel, you're a special young lady for sure. Let me just tell you a little bit about the program, if you'll indulge me. We started this a couple of years ago because my team and I thought all too often that all the adults always got credit for the good things that were happening in our community. And, we partnered with the school districts throughout my Senate district to really just come together and coalesce around young leaders, young people that were doing great things in their respective schools. Now, making a decision like this is incredibly difficult. I'm sure the teachers and Mr. Beatty and Mr. Green would agree with me on that. because there are so many great things that young people are doing. But clearly, your actions on a daily basis at school and outside of school really, really stuck out to the folks that are on the call with us today. So I'm going to look at my page because my paper here, I just want to read to you what the school district wrote about you, if you would be so kind. You're one of the most conscientious students to ever go through Apalachin Elementary. Her emphatic nature makes her a favorite among all of her classmates and teachers alike. You can often find Jewel assisting classmates in both social and academic settings. If there are ever situations where peers of adults need something, Jewel's always one of the first people to step up and be helpful. One of the greatest things that puts a huge smile on my face is the fact that you have the willingness to help other people. And that is, Jewel, how old are you?
I'm 10.
Jewel, I hope and pray to the good Lord that you continue to take that through life, because every adult on this line would tell you that that is such an important trait. It makes the communities in which we live so strong, and it's such an important thing for people to do. Having a willingness to help others, not only in a time of need, but just in everyday life is really, really important. So the fact that you do that, I think is really, really important. Who are we joined with? Are these your brothers?
Okay, so this is Javin, my older brother. He's 12. This is Jorah, my younger brother. He's 8. This is my dad, and then this is my mom.
Don't tell him how old I am. Or mommy.
So Jewel, it's really an honor for me to take some time and to be able to spend with you and your family and your teachers and the school administrators, just to really shine a light on what a special young lady you are, and to do all we can to make sure that the public, the community that we live, know that there's a really special young lady named Jewel at AES doing great things. And, just really an exciting time for all of us on the line. What are you doing to pass the time? It's kind of a difficult time. Now, be careful the way you answer this question, because I understand Mr. Beatty's given everybody tablets and their schoolwork associated with those tablets. So be careful how you answer that question.
So I've been doing my schoolwork. I've been reading a lot of books because I love reading, and I've been playing with my brothers.
Great. Hey guys, what are you doing?
Yeah, basically been playing. I haven't been doing schoolwork with my sister.
And well, I've been doing my schoolwork, and I've been going outside a lot and just doing stuff and work.
Great. You know, all of us want this to be over as soon as possible, but you know, we all want you guys to go back to school, but I think everybody's just trying to make the best decisions we can to keep you all safe and make sure that when it is time to go back, it's the right time and nobody gets sick. And
that's right.
You know, I think that's really important. So Jewel, I'm sure you want to get back to your schoolwork and or play. So I just really want again to congratulate you and to say thank you for being just a great leader at Apalachin Elementary, and thanks for taking some time to indulge us so we could recognize you. I'm going to send you a package. UPS will deliver it in the next week or so. I'll send you a certificate of recognition. I'm going to send you a T-shirt, and I'll send you a challenge coin, okay, with a letter. Just congratulating you again, and I wish I could have given it to you personally with your teachers and Mr. Beatty and Mr. Green, but we're in kind of a different time now. So the UPS man will have to deliver that. Let me end here if you guys are okay with this. Do you have any advice or any good words for your classmates or other students just about how to pass the time, or just about life in general? I'll end on you talking to everybody.
If you're down, just keep smiling. That's what I do. Just gotta put a smile on your face and it'll turn your mood.
Good advice for all of us, for sure. I think I'll take some of that advice. Right? Especially when times are tough, right? Just put a smile on your face.
Yeah.
Mr. Green?
Oh, I would have to agree 100% that you know, putting a smile on your face. I'm definitely going to take that suggestion to heart and do a little bit of that myself. So thank you, Jewel. We are so proud of you, the way that you represent AES and the entire school district.
Thank you.
Matt, I understand you work at UHS. Please be safe and stay healthy and be careful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thankfully, going well there, and glad to be working there, and certainly staying safe. So I appreciate the thoughts and prayers.
Of course. Corey, Mr. Green, and Mr. Beatty, thank you for all that you do. And I'll just end by saying to the teachers on the line with us, thank you. I know that you do this job not for the money, but for the joy of teaching young people and giving them the best education that you can and giving them the best start you can in life. So I just want to publicly thank you all for everything that you do for our youth.
Thank you.
Jewel, be on the lookout for the UPS.
Okay, I will.
Thank you for everything you
Thank
guys all
you.
do.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
all the teachers, we appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Senator.
Yeah,
Thank you, Senator.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
Of course, thank you. God bless you all.
Good luck.